Hey everybody, it's Mary. Welcome back to the kitchen. My friend Jenn came over today. You know, from Jenn's famous Blackberry Cobbler. I'll give you the link to that in the description box. But we were having a discussion and we were talking about keto. And I said, I wonder if we can use your recipe and turn it into a keto cobbler. She said, I don't know. Oh, I was asked by a family member again tonight to make a cobbler. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to make two cobblers. I'm going to make them side by side, and that way I can actually get a true comparison. I'm going to make a few substitutions. Instead of using the regular all-purpose flour and adding baking powder to it, I'm going to use almond flour and add baking powder. And instead of using sugar, I'm going to use the monkfruit sweetener. And instead of using milk, I have heavy whipping cream. But the ingredients are going to be, the amounts are going to be the same. I'm just going to substitute a lower carb ingredient for the higher carb. And hey, if it works, that's absolutely fantastic. And if not, then guys, you'll know, because I'll show you whether it works or whether it does not work. Okay, first step, I have some fresh berries. Okay, the original recipe calls for blackberries. Folks, I have lots of wild berries growing on my farm, so I have 3 or 4 different varieties of berries. I'd say 3/4 of them are blackberries, but that's what we're going to go with. I'm going to get 2½ cups of berries. You'll notice I have 2 bowls. One bowl is going to be for the keto, and one bowl is going to be for the regular. Okay, there's 2½ in that one. And okay, 2½ in that one. Okay, let's get this out of the way. Okay, and we're going to add sugar. Okay. This one I'm going to use the for the keto, because you can see through the bowl where it's clear. I'll put a link to this monkfruit sweetener. I get it on Amazon. That is the best price that I've found so far is Amazon, even though Walmart does carry it now. Okay. I have a cup of the monkfruit, and then this is sugar. Okay, now we're going to stir that up, and we're going to set it aside. In a few minutes, this sugar is going to start pulling the juice out of the berries. And let's stir this one up. Do you folks like cooking from scratch? What's your favorite thing to make? What's your favorite thing with berries? Honestly, this original cobbler is just about my favorite. I think I've made like 6 of them so far this year. Okay. Now we're going to set this aside and wait for a few minutes for the juices to start flowing. Okay. We're getting the topping together while our berries just hang out for a bit. Okay. I have a cup of the almond flour. Okay. And I'm putting a 1/4 cup of the monkfruit sweetener in there. And the original recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So I'm putting just a little heavy on that. I kind of piled them up just a little bit. So let's stir all this up. I want to make sure that we get that baking powder mixed up in there, because nobody wants to get a big bite of baking powder. I did that once with baking soda. I about gagged. So just always make sure that you mix your ingredients up really well. Okay. I'm putting 1 cup of heavy whipping cream and my melted butter. Let's just stir this up. Folks, what's your favorite cobbler? It's really a toss-up between blackberry and peach for myself. I like both of them really well. Now this does have a really good consistency. I'm going to put the keto one in the white one, and then I'm going to put the regular one in the purple. Now folks, I'm not going to go through all the steps of making the regular cobbler. I have already done a video on that, and I'll give the link to that in the description box. Stir this up, see how this is going. The monk fruit has absorbed and started to pull out some of the juices. And this is the regular one. And it seems like more of the sweetener has absorbed. So again, we'll see. That was the only way to do it, was to do it side by side. So let me put this in here. I'll spread it out some. Guys, I don't know what I'd do without that counter back behind me. And then I'm going to pour the topping ingredients right over top of it. One thing about it, it has already started to rise with that baking powder in there. So that's a good thing. I made a different recipe for a keto cobbler the other night. And I think I already like this one better. It just looks better. Okay. I'm going to get the rest of the original one thrown together, and then I'll show you side by side before they go in the oven. This is the just a regular cobbler. I say regular cobbler, guys. There's nothing regular about this. You try the recipe, and I just about bet it'll be your favorite too. Okay. So let's go ahead. Put this in here. Spread it out. And folks, we're going to put this in the oven. I have my oven preheated to 375, and we're going for about 45 minutes. And then the real comparison begins. Okay, that is the keto one. And that is the traditional one. Okay, well, I know which one appearance-wise looks better. Is this one. But, you know. This is the regular one, just the normal crust, the filling, no jiggles in this one other than where it's separated around the pan the way it's supposed to be. Okay. That one is not holding together. Even though it's browned around through there, it's not holding together. And it's a lot thinner. I'm not sure if that has to do with the monkfruit sweetener, the almond. Have no idea, folks. Let's just give this a taste test. Because that's the only way. I mean, I can put it back in there and I can bake it a little longer and let this firm up, which is what I'm going to do. Just depends on how it tastes as to whether or not I will say this is a success. It's good. I could eat this one and be happy with it. But in all honesty, folks, we all know the original ingredients is best. I do like the original best. But this one, I like it a lot better than the cobbler I made a few days ago that was keto. But thanks for watching. I hope you like this side-by-side comparison. And give it a try. If you're eating keto or low carb, you may just like it. Thanks a bunch. I'll see you on the next video.